Okay, this is number 11 from your review quiz. And I didn't work out all the problem because that's not where your issue is. Your numbers are always good, I notice, when you're solving. So that's not the problem. So generally, when it's the less than, when you get to this last stage, it's the less than, it's going to be the one where it's just one set of parentheses. But sometimes I don't trust myself, so what I do is I graph the answers, and that tells me exactly what it is. Okay, so x is less than 1/3. So here's my 0, and here is my 1/3. Now it's a less than, so it's an empty or open circle. If it had less than or equal to, you would fill it in, and that means use a bracket, it would be included. This is just a less than, so it's everything going this way. So when I solve an inequality, I like to have my x on the left because then I just point the arrow the direction it needs to go. So this is x is everything greater than -4/3, so that's to the left of the 0. And I only put the 0 there to separate my negative and positive numbers. It just makes it easier for me. Okay, it's a greater than. It's not, doesn't have the or equal to, so empty. And it's everything greater than. So notice those connect. So that tells you it's going to be the smaller one here, -4/3, comma, the larger one here, 1/3. So that's where they get this for their answer. And again, when you get down to the simplifying part and it's a less than, it's going to be like this. If it's a greater than, so like when you look at this one right here, it looks like it's going to be a less than, but you're going to be dividing by a negative, so it's going to change it to a greater than. So that a greater than, that means you're going to have this, the negative infinity and the positive infinity. So if you were to graph that, you'll notice we have a 0 here, 1/3, and here's 5/3. So we have a parentheses, so I know it's going to be an empty circle, and it's going to positive infinity. Here, an empty circle at 1/3, and it's going to negative infinity. So if you graph those, it's going to look like that. So you probably had an answer that said x is less than 1/3, and then you had an answer that said x is greater than 5/3. And I can tell you had those there, but because it had this ended up being greater than, that's where it's going to separate out. Okay, let me know if you want to see another example or if this does not make sense. I can show you another one, but I wanted you to have it before tomorrow morning. Thank you.